In the heart of the Everwood, where trees whispered secrets to the wind and fireflies painted the night with emerald light, lived Lyra. Lyra wasn't just any inhabitant of the wood. She was the weaver of starlight, a being of pure magic, whose very hands could coax starlight from the night sky. She used this starlight to weave intricate tapestries that held the dreams of the forest creatures. Dreams of flying with eagles, swimming with silver salmon, and dancing under the moon. But the Everwood was starting to grow dim. Not in a physical way, but in its magic. The starlight seemed fainter, the fireflies less bright, and the animals' dreams were becoming fragmented and dull. The cause, Lyra discovered, was a city that had been hidden for centuries. Whisperwind, a metropolis built entirely of shadows and echoes, now stirring awake at the edge of the Everwood. Whisperwind was a place where magic was used not to create but to consume. Its inhabitants, the Shadowkin, fed on the energy of dreams, slowly draining the vibrant life from the world around them. Their city hummed with a low, mournful thrum that seeped into the very soil of the Everwood. Lyra knew she had to act. She couldn't let the magic of the Everwood be devoured. But how could a single weaver, even one who wielded starlight, combat an entire city of shadow? She decided to seek the counsel of the oldest tree in the Everwood, the Grand Sentinel, whose roots delved deep into the earth and whose branches touched the sky. The Grand Sentinel, his voice a rustling of leaves, revealed an ancient legend, that the only way to defeat the Shadowkin was not through force, but through the power of shared dreams. Lyra's starlight tapestries, the Sentinel explained, were key. But instead of holding individual dreams, she needed to weave a tapestry so grand, so filled with collective hope and joy, that it could penetrate the shadows of Whisperwind and awaken the good that lay dormant within the Shadowkin's hearts. The challenge was enormous. Lyra had to find a way to capture the essence of every creature in the Everwood: the playful otter's splash, the wise owl's hoot, the graceful deer's leap, and weave them all together into a harmonious whole. She spent days and nights collecting their stories, listening to their hopes, and capturing the magical threads that connected them. She wove strands of moonlight into the laughter of the squirrels, the sound of the waterfall into the bravery of the badger, and the warmth of the sun into the kindness of the fireflies. As she wove, the threads of starlight began to vibrate with a power she had never felt before. The tapestry grew larger, shimmering with 1,000 different colors, pulsing with the heartbeats of the Everwood. It wasn't just fabric anymore. It was a living, breathing testament to the beauty and magic of the world. Finally, the tapestry was complete. It was a work of art that transcended mere beauty. It pulsed with the dreams of 1,000 creatures, a beacon of light against the encroaching shadows. With trembling hands, Lyra unfurled the tapestry, its shimmering light cascading over the edges of Whisperwind. The Shadow City bucked and swayed, its low hum rising to a frantic shriek. But then, something extraordinary began to happen. The light of the tapestry seeped into the city, not as a destructive force, but as a gentle awakening. The mournful hum of Whisperwind softened, becoming more melodic. Figures emerged from the shadows, their forms shifting and changing as they began to dream, not of consumption, but of creation, of hope, of life. The Shadowkin, for so long lost to the shadows, began to remember the beauty of the world, to feel the stirrings of kindness, and to imagine futures filled with light. Their city, once a place of despair, began to bloom with faint hints of color. Lyra, watching from the edge of the Everwood, felt a surge of joy. The magic of the forest had been restored. The starlight shone brighter, the fireflies danced with more vigor, and the dreams of the creatures were once again filled with wonder. From that day forward, the Everwood and Whisperwind coexisted in harmony. The Shadowkin learned to appreciate the balance between light and shadow. And Lyra, the weaver of starlight, continued to weave her magical tapestries, ensuring that the dreams of all creatures, both light and dark, would always be held within their shimmering folds. She taught them that true magic lay not in taking, but in the power of shared dreams and the unwavering belief in the good within all hearts. The moral of the story. This story explores the power of creativity and collaboration. Lyra uses her unique ability to weave starlight and the shared dreams of others to combat the darkness, hope, and empathy. She doesn't defeat the Shadowkin with violence, but with compassion and understanding, awakening their dormant goodness. The balance between light and shadow. It shows that both are necessary and can coexist harmoniously. The power of shared dreams. Collective hope can overcome even the deepest darkness. I hope you enjoyed this magical tale.